Look, I said they were reading Mr. Fix-It by
Andrea.
Andrea L. Mack.
Illustrations.
Like Mog 4.
No, it's Mac. Illustration is by Dean Griffiths. Say good night.
Good night.
Mr. Fix-It by Andrea L. Mack. Illustrations by Dean Griffiths. Mr. Fix-a-Lot. Chapter 1. Crash. Over here, Lucy called. Cal threw the ball. It zoomed across the living room, right into the porcelain lamp. Crash! The lamp was broken. So was one of Mom's rules. No throwing balls in the house, Eugene. Lucy looked at the jagged green pieces of lamp on the shiny wooden floor. Then she looked at the clock sitting on the mantle over the fireplace. Bad news, she said. Mom gets home from work at 5:30. That's good news, said Cal. It's only 4 o'clock. We have lots of time to fix the lamp. I don't know if we can, said Lucy. There are but 100 pieces. Tara, the babysitter, poked her head into the room. Her cell phone was on her ear. What's going on? Cal stepped in front of the broken lamp. Lucy smiled sweetly. We're doing a science experiment. We'll clean it up. When Tara heard those magic words, she went back into the kitchen with her cell phone. Tara is easier to fool than Mom, said Lucy. We can fix the lamp, Cal said. Just get the glue. Chapter 2. The First Experiment. While Lucy looked for the glue, Cal sorted the pieces. There were only 9, not 100. The lamp would be easy to fix. You need to unplug the cord first, Lucy screeched as Cal picked up the top of the lamp. Cal pulled the plug out of the wall. Lucy handed him the glue. He opened it up and started to squeeze. Use some newspaper, Lucy said. Let's not ruin something else today. Cal spread out an old newspaper in the middle of the living room. He placed the pieces on the paper. He squeezed out several drops of glue and fitted the pieces of porcelain together. Then he set the lamp back on its little table beside the sofa. Oh, Mama cannot open the book. Now Adik read.
Piece of cake, said
Cal.
What do you want to do now? Let's read, said Lucy. That won't break anything. Lucy picked up a book. She read 2 pages before Cal poked her. Lucy,
They are just like you and Tony.
Lucy, we have a problem. Now what? Cal pointed at the lamp and looked
Kind of strange. Look at the lamp. Lucy put her book down. She looked at the lamp. The base looked fine. Then she saw the electrical cord. It was coming out of the top inside of the bottom of the lamp. I think Mom will notice, Cal said. He touched the cord. The whole lamp fell apart again.
What? No, you should not do that.
Chapter 3. A second try. Well, at least we can fix the cord now, said Cal. But how will we hold it together, Lucy asked. This glue doesn't work. Cal picked the glue off the pieces of porcelain. Lucy looked at the clock. 65 minutes and counting. We'll just have to tell Mom, said Lucy. Maybe not, said Cal. I have another idea. Cal came back with a squishy ball between his hands. Lucy looked over the top of her book. Modeling clay? She asked. It works for wooden sticks, said Cal. He rolled some into a thin rope. Then he stuck in between 2 pieces of the lamp. See, Eugene?
Oh.
It might work better if you use the right color, said Anthony. Cal went to get green modeling clay. Anthony and Eugene broke off small pieces of green clay. They squished and rolled small pieces until they were the right size and shape. Cal stuck the pieces of lamp together. This time he made sure the cord came out of the bottom. Perfect, Eugene said, and we don't even have to wait for it to dry.
Wait, you know why sometimes we use like names? That's actually because Baby G, His name, which is me right here, his name is Eugene Blizzard. Everyone without glasses, his name is Anthony. So that's why we're doing names. Sometimes we just
Come
do
on,
that.
you did it.
Kyle set the lamp.
Not Kyle, Cal.
Cal set the lamp back on the little table. He plugged it in, turned it on. Not bad, said Lucy. Lucy helped Kyle.
No, Cal.
Cal? Clean up. But how you say it was Kyle? Or
I don't know how you
clean
keep
up
reading
the
Kyle.
bit of dry glue they put away the clay. When they came back, the lamp was on the floor in pieces.
Obviously, this kind of clay gets soft and gooey when it is warmed up, Cal said. There's no time to do anything else, said Lucy.
Oh, my.
You'll have to tell Mommy. Easy for you to say, Eugene said. You didn't throw the ball. It won't be so bad, said Anthony. What do you think she'll do? Cal knew no video games for a week. Now, no allowance until the lamp was paid for.
Maybe they should have done the experiment again.
Chapter 4. Running out of time. I need to keep trying, Eugene said, but what was he going to try next? None of his ideas to fix the lamp had worked so far. I need help, Eugene thought. He decided to phone his father, his best friend, his father, Thomas. Now it's getting hard. He decided to phone a friend. His best friend, Nat, had 3 brothers. The 4 of them were always breaking things. Cal dialed Nat's number. Luckily for him, Nat was home. A broken lamp, responded Nat. You need Mr. Fix-It. The other day I accidentally made a hole in the wall, and Mr. Fix-It made it disappear. I'm sure he can fix a broken lamp. I'll bring him over right away.
If I was pretty smart, what they could have just do, they could have just duct tape it. Like, that's what they could have just did.
Yeah. After Cal hung up the phone, Lucy looked up from her book. Your time is running out, she said, pointing to the clock. It was almost 5 o'clock. Cal gulped. Was there enough time to fix the lamp and clean up the mess before Mom got home? I hope Nat hurries up, he said. Nat, shrieked Lucy, what can he do to help? He'll just make more of a mess. He's bringing Mr. Fix-It, explained Cal. Lucy put her hands on her hips. Who is Mr. Fix-It and how long will it take? Shh, whispered Cal. Tara might hear you. Adik read.
Okay. When you tell Mom, make sure you tell her I said nothing to do with it.
None.
Who is Lucy supposed to be? Like, of how we call it?
Anthony. Said Anthony.
Wait.
Oops.
Any of it? Hey, you were playing too. Eugene struck back. Eugene and Anthony waited 5 minutes.
Eugene and Anthony waited.
5 minutes later, the doorbell rang. Anthony looked out the window. It's Nat. Or let's see, it's Bern, like my friend at school.
Bern.
It's Bern, but he didn't
bring
a repairman. He's with a kid from school. Let's say it's CM Finch. Help. Chapter 5. Help arrives. Eugene opened the door. The older boy with Bern carried a heavy backpack. Hey, he looked familiar to Eugene. That's actually true. Where's Mr. Fix-It? Eugene asked if you could have something to fix on Mr. Fix-It.
Said the boy.
That face is so
If
cringe.
not, you can call me Jack. Cell phone in hand, Tara came to see who was at the door. It's a little late to have friends over. Your mom will be home soon.
Wait, no. If you go back to the other page, that's so cringe.
Okay. They're helping us with our science experiment, Cal said.
No, it's Eugene.
For a moment, it seemed as though Tara didn't believe them. Then her cell phone rang. You had better do it quickly, she said as she answered the cell phone. Your mom gets home in 30 minutes. Then Tara hurried back to the kitchen with her cell phone. Cal showed the broken lamp to Mr. Fixit. He told him about the glue and the modeling clay. Good try, said Mr. Fixit. You just didn't have the right tools. He took a large black case out of his backpack. When he opened it, Cal and Lucy saw a set of brushes of different sizes. There were 10 tubes of various kinds of glue and 12 tiny jars of paint. There was a pair of scissors, a sharp knife, and rows of screwdrivers and chisels. There were even tiny tools that looked like they came from a dentist's office. Mr. Fixit spread out a sheet of plastic and set the pieces of the porcelain lamp on it. He put on some glasses that made his eyes look very big. Then he put a drop of smelly glue on the edge of each piece. With a tiny tool, he spread out the glue. Cal helped him fit the pieces together. This time, are you paying attention? This time, they made sure the cord came out of the bottom. The lamp was in one piece again, but it looked awful. What about the cracks? Asked Cal. It's not easy to open the next page.
I know it's like that.
It's kind of slippery. Hang on, said Mr. Fixit. You can't rush a good fix job. Mr. Fixit got out a tiny dish and put in a small amount of different paints. He stirred slowly, then he added more colors. Cal heard the clock ticking. It was 25. Mom would be home in 10 minutes. At last, Mr. Fixit stopped mixing. He brushed a bit of the paint over a crack on the lamp. The color was an exact match. Mr. Fixit painted over all the cracks. Chapter 6. Saved. Cal plugged in the lamp and turned it on. This time it didn't fall apart. It almost looked brand new. Don't touch it for 2 hours, said Mr. Fixit. The paint has to dry. Just then, Mom came in. Cal, Lucy, and Nat smiled sweetly. What are you four up to? Mom asked. Meet Jack, said Lucy, or you can call him Mr. Fixit. Mom frowned. Cal took a deep breath. He had to tell the truth. I broke a lamp playing ball, said Cal quickly. It smashed into hundreds of pieces, but Jack helped me fix it. Mom came over and looked at the lamp closely. She reached out her hand. Was she going to touch it? Instead, she patted the top of Cal's head. Sure, Cal. Then she went to find Tara. She didn't believe you, Lucy said. I can't help it, said Cal. At least I told the truth. Cal gave Jack some money from his piggy bank. You did a great job. I'm going to tell all my friends about you. How did you learn to fix lamps, Jack? Asked Lucy. Ned laughed. He has lots of practice. He's my brother. Jack nodded. With 4 boys in the house, there's always something to fix. Am I ever glad I have only one brother, said Lucy. The end. Time to sleep.